Therefore, Muslims need to be preoccupied, not simply with their religion. Muslims need to be preoccupied, not even just with the small sections of the religion, but Muslims need to be preoccupied with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered us to do in the use of the religion. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Inni bu'istu, verily I have been sent li munkarim al-akhlaq. Verily I have been sent to perfect good behavior. So if we want to say to someone, why was Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent? We should not say, oh, he was sent to bring Islam. They won't understand that. Oh, he was sent to bring the Quran. They will not understand that. But he was sent to give humanity a model of behavior. They will understand that. Because behavior is something that can be quantified. A glass of water can be quantified. The thirsty person knows what a glass of water is. A person who has never seen or tasted clean, clear water, they can understand water. So we Muslims, we need to bring Islam and bring the Quran and bring the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we need to bring ourselves into one word, one phrase, good manners, good behavior. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. Here these two verses is speaking about the nafs. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. So successful are those that do tazkiyah to nafs. وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. And those that are involved in ma'asiyah, those who are involved in fasad and corruption and lying and stealing and disobedience and violence and drugs. This is ma'asiyah. This is dhunub, this is fasad. So Allah is saying the ones who are successful in life are those that purify the nafs. And those that are unsuccessful in life, subvert themselves, are those who are engaged in corruption or making the soul unclean. We Muslims, we need to address the world with the social message of Islam. Not the religious message. Today, the world is divided between 4 or 5 major religions. Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, and the others. However, in spite of religion, the greater part of the human beings remain ignorant and astray and disobedient. So Allah says, وَأَكْثَرُهُمْ فَاسِقِينَ, including Muslims. The majority of Muslims today, they are only Muslims upon the lisan. Muslims in the Islam name, Thaqafi Muslims, according to their culture. So Muslims, they are wearing Islam, speaking about Islam, they have Islamic names, and they come to the masjid to do what? Only to make some actions of worship. So Allah says to the ones who come to the masjid, those that read the Quran, those that argue about fiqh, those who claim to love Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is most of us. Allah says to us, for the other Muslims who are not praying, who don't come to the masjid, who are not reading the Quran, this is something, a different ayah for them. But for us, Allah says, يا أيها الذين آمنوا لما تقولون ما لا تفعلون كبر مقتا عند الله أن تقولوا ما لا تفعلون. Oh, you who believe, you who say you are believers, Muslims, who say they love Allah and they love the Prophet ﷺ, who come to the masjid, who fast, who pray, who talk about fiqh and tafsir and madhab and about aqidah and all these different issues. Those of you who say that, لِمَا تَقُولُونَ مَا لَا تَفْعَلُونَ. Why do you talk so much? Why do you pray so much? Why do you make so much azkar? But you don't practice what you preach. Why? Because Islam is not the religion of simply ritual. If that was the case, we should be ruling the earth because nobody prays like we do. I met an Israeli man one day on the plane, subhanallah, and we were talking. He wanted to talk about religion. I told him I don't want to talk about religion. I want to talk about life. But he wants to talk about religion. So I said, okay. But when we start talking about religion, I don't want you to call me anti-Semitic. When you start talking about religion, I don't want you to say that I'm accusing you of being a criminal. When we start talking about religion, I don't want to say that you turned your back on Ibrahim and Musa alayhi salam. I don't want you to say that I'm calling you of those who fabricate lies against Allah. So you want to open this window? Let's talk, but on the plane nobody can go anywhere. So we begin to talk. As we begin to talk, he realizes that from a purely religious point of view, he has no argument. Because I said first, I'm only going to quote what Allah said in the Quran. And you know the Quran was revealed from Allah. You know that. Because if you don't accept that, then you don't accept something that Jibreel said he brought the Torah to Musa alayhi salam. So we went through this, and then he said to me, listen, Mr. Yasin, okay, I agree. The Quran is a powerful book. I agree that Muhammad, peace and blessings, that he came after Isa and Maryam, and he's prophet. I agree. And I agree that Islam is valid religion. And that I agree the Quran is a valid book. And that I agree that I agree that Muhammad is the prophet of God. All of that I agree. But so what? This will not give you or the Muslims to give you back what we have taken. He's talking about what? Quds. See how arrogant he is. After all the discussions about what is valid, at the end, he's talking like a burden. So what? We now occupy Palestine, which is now Israel. And now Jerusalem is our capital. And that land belonged to us before and it belongs to us now. That's what he said. I told him, okay, no problem about that. I said, many people before you, they stole something. And many criminals before you and after you, they occupied something. But I will guarantee you that either Israel will give back what it has taken, or you will be drinking from the ocean. You will be drinking from the ocean. Because God does not support injustice. That's what I told you. Your God and my God, the God of Muhammad and the God of Musa and Ibrahim never support injustice. And just as Fir'aun, he drank from the ocean at the end, you will drink from the ocean. He told me, okay, but let me tell you this. He said, when the Muslim, he said, let me tell you something that